In this video, we're explaining the Spanish in Daddy Yankee's song Con Calma. We'll go line by line, breaking down the grammar and vocab so you can practice Spanish with the song. Let's go! Let's start with the first line. ¿Cómo te llamas, baby? Which means, what's your name, baby? ¿Cómo te llamas literally means, how do you call yourself? Which in Spanish means, what's your name? Next, let's look at Desde que te vi supe que eras pa' mí, which means, ever since I saw you, I knew you were for me. Desde que means ever since, which expresses when something started. Supe means I knew. It comes from the verb saber, which has an irregular conjugation. Eras is the imperfect past tense of ser, to be. It's past because the speaker is talking about a moment in the past. Desde que te vi, since I saw you. But instead of saying fuiste, preterite, which would suggest being for me was just a one-time event, the imperfect eras suggests something deeper and ongoing, like a truth that existed even before that moment and continues beyond it. We use ser instead of estar because this is about identity or destiny, how the speaker sees the other person at their core, not a temporary state or feeling. Pa mí is short for para mí, meaning for me. As in something meant or destined for me. We use para and not por because para points directly to a clear goal or purpose. Por mí is used when something happens because of me or on my behalf. So, eras por mí would mean something more like you existed because of me, which doesn't make sense here. Next, we have Dile a tus amigas que andamo ready, which means tell your friends that we're ready. Dile a tus amigas means tell your friends. Di is the command form of the verb decir, meaning to say or hear to tell. Le refers to tus amigas. Under standard grammar rules, this should say diles a tus amigas with les instead of le, since amigas is plural. But it's common colloquially to use le instead, since a tus amigas was explicitly mentioned. Notice andamo. This is a contraction of andamos, meaning we are. So literally, it's we are ready. Next, we have Esto seguimo en el after party, which means we'll keep this going at the after party. Seguimo is a contraction of seguimos, meaning we continue. Esto and lo refer to the same thing. He's saying we'll continue this or we'll continue it at the after party. You could just say lo seguimos en el after party, and that would be perfectly correct. But when you say esto lo seguimos en el after party, you're putting more focus on esto, the thing you're continuing. It's like pointing to the party or the vibe and saying, this, we'll keep it going later. Bringing esto to the front of the sentence like this adds emphasis. Next, look at en el after party, which literally means in the after party, but is better translated as at the after party. In English, saying in the after party sounds like you're physically inside something enclosed, which feels strange because an after party is an event, not a container. But Spanish doesn't make a strong distinction between whether a place is physically enclosed or not. The preposition in is used for both in and at, depending on context. So in Spanish, you can say en el after party to mean you are at or attending the event, without worrying about whether the place is a physical container. Next, we have con calma, which I translated as nice and slow. More literally, con calma means with calmness, and it's referring to doing something in a relaxed, calm manner. In English, and in the context of the song, it's kind of like saying, don't rush, take it easy, or nice and slow. Next, let's look at yo quiero ver cómo ella lo menea, which means I want to see how she shakes it. Lo menea literally means she shakes it. This sentence doesn't say what it is, but you can probably figure it out. Next, we have mueve ese poom-poom girl, which means move that booty girl. Mueve is the command form of mover. It means move. The subject tú is implied. Poom-poom is a slang term from Jamaican patois that refers to a woman's private parts. In this line, it's being used more playfully to describe sensual dancing. That's why I translated it here as move that booty girl. Next we have es una asesina, cuando baila quiere que todo el mundo la vea, which means she's a killer. When she dances, she wants everyone to see her. Es una asesina literally means she's an assassin, but it translates better as she's a killer. Just like in English, killer here means she's amazing at dancing, not literally dangerous. Todo el mundo is a contraction of todo el mundo, literally meaning the whole world, but in context, just means everyone. And quiere que todo el mundo la vea means she wants everyone to see her. La refers to her, and vea is the subjunctive form of ver, to see. We use the subjunctive because quiere que, she wants that, expresses a wish or desire, which triggers the subjunctive. Next we have Tiene adrenalina en medio de la pista, vente, hazme lo que sea, which means she's got adrenaline in the middle of the dance floor. Come on, do whatever you want to me. Notice en medio de la pista. That e is a contraction of de, so it's in the middle of the dance floor. Vente is the command form of venir, to come, but with the reflexive pronoun te added. The te adds emphasis, like come over completely, or get over here already. Haz is the command form of hacer, to do. Me is just me, as in do to me. Lo que sea is a phrase that's usually translated as whatever. If you want to understand it more literally, lo que means that which, or what, and sea is the subjunctive form of ser, meaning to be. So it's literally saying something like that which may be. It expresses openness or uncertainty about what the thing is, something not yet defined, which is exactly the idea behind the English word whatever. Next we have ya vi que estás solita, acompáñame, which means I see you're alone now, come with me. Ya means now or already and expresses a sense of realization or acknowledgement, like saying, now I've seen it, or okay, I get it now. Vi is in the past tense and means I saw. So ya vi more literally translates to I already saw or I saw now. In context, it conveys something like I just noticed you're alone, or I get it now, you're by yourself. I translated the line as I see you're alone now. To reflect this intent, notice solita. This is the diminutive form of sola, making it sound more affectionate, like all alone in a sweet way. And acompáñame means come with me, literally, accompany me. It's a smooth invitation after noticing she's by herself. Next, we have la noche es de nosotros, tú lo sabe, which means the night is ours, you know it. The phrase la noche es de nosotros literally translates to the night is of us. In Spanish, de is often used to show possession, so a more natural translation would be the night is ours. Next we have que ganas me dan, which means you really make me wanna. Notice que ganas me dan, literally what desires they give me. Spanish expresses wanting something as desires being given to you. So me dan ganas means I get the urge, or you make me want to. The que at the beginning intensifies it, like what desires, or such strong desires. Next we have de guayarte, mami, ese ram pam pam yeah, which means grind on you, mami, that ram pam pam yeah. This line starts with de because it's a continuation of the previous line. Que ganas me dan de something. It explains what the desires are of. Guayarte is slang for grinding on you while dancing. It comes from guayar, meaning to rub or grind. Te at the end refers to you. Mami is a flirty way to say baby or girl. Ram pam pam is just a playful sound mimicking the beat. Pure onomatopoeia to match the rhythm of dancing. Next, we have esa criminal cómo lo mueve es un delito, which means that criminal, the way she moves it is a crime. Esa criminal, he's calling her a criminal because she's so good at dancing, it's almost illegal. Notice cómo lo mueve, literally how she moves it. And e is just casual Spanish for es. The s sound is dropped. Un delito means a crime. Fun fact, the Spanish word delito is related to the English word delinquent. Next we have tengo que arrestarte porque empiezo y no me quito, which means I have to arrest you, because once I start, I don't stop. Tengo que arrestarte means I have to arrest you. He's being playful here. Porque empiezo y no me quito, literally because I start and I don't stop. The present tense is used because it's talking about something that's definite, a declaration of what always happens or is about to happen. That's why I translated it as because once I start, I don't stop. It captures the same sense of inevitability and confidence. No me quito uses the verb quitar, which normally means to remove, but when used reflexively, quitarse, the action applies back to the speaker. Literally, I don't remove myself. However, in everyday usage, removing oneself often means stepping away from a situation or giving up. So when the speaker says, no me quito, it implies he doesn't step back, withdraw, or back down from what he's doing. Figuratively, this expresses persistence and determination. Once he starts, he doesn't stop. Next, we have tienes criminality, pero te doy fatality, which means you've got criminality, but I'll be your fatality. Tienes criminality literally means you have criminality, as in giving off a criminal vibe or acting like a criminal. But here, criminality is being used more loosely, more like you've got bad girl energy or you look like trouble. Pero te doy fatality literally means but I give you fatality. But here it's used in the sense of I'll finish you off or I'll take you down. It carries a playful or flirtatious tone. The speaker is showing confidence and dominance, but not in a hostile way. Next, we have Vívete la película flotando en mi gravity, which means live out the movie floating in my gravity. Notice vívete. This is the reflexive command form, meaning live it for yourself or experience it. The use of the reflexive te makes it more intense than just vive. La película means the movie, but here it's metaphorical, like live out your own movie or be the star of the story. And gravity is just English mixed in. Mi gravity means his. Next, we have Daddy pone las reglas, tiene que obedecer, which means Daddy sets the rules you have to obey. Pone comes from poner, meaning to put, but here it means to set, as in setting rules. Notice las reglas. This is las reglas with the final S dropped. Tiene is a contraction of tienes. The phrase tienes que obedecer means you have to obey. Recall that the structure tener que plus verb is how Spanish expresses obligation. Next we have Mami no tiene pausa, ¿qué es lo que vas a hacer? Which means, Mami, she goes non-stop. What are you gonna do? Notice no tiene pausa. Literally, she has no pause. As in, she goes non-stop. There is no pause button. Is a contraction of es. ¿Qué es lo que vas a hacer? Literally means, what is it that you are going to do? He could have just said, ¿qué vas a hacer? But the es lo que adds emphasis. Kind of like saying, what exactly are you gonna do? Next we have échale, échale, échale pa' atrás, which means throw it, throw it, throw it back. Pa' atrás is a contraction of para atrás, meaning back or backwards. Échale comes from echar, a flexible verb often translated as to throw, though its meaning shifts depending on context. In the phrase échale pa' atrás, it means something like throw it back or back it up, here referring to dance moves. The le could refer to whatever the it is, often implied, like the hips or body, or it could just serve as a marker that adds intensity or emphasis. I wouldn't overthink the grammar. It's a colloquial phrase meant to hype things up. Next, we have almost the same thing, échale, échale pa'lante y pa' atrás, which means throw it, forward and back. Pa'lante is a contraction of para adelante, meaning forward or forwards. It's basically the same thing as the previous line, but in the other direction. Next, we have tú tienes candela y yo tengo la vela, which means you've got fire and I've got the candle. Tiene is tienes with the S dropped. Candela can mean candle, and from that idea, it's also used to mean fire or heat, which is how the word is being used here. And vela is actually referring to a candle this time. So together, fire plus candle equals lighting things up. Next, we have llama el 911 se están quemando la suela, which means call 911, we're burning through our shoes. Llama is the command form meaning call, so he's dramatically saying to call 911. La suela is a contraction of las suelas, which refers to the soles of their shoes. Se están quemando means they're burning. The dancing is so hot their shoe soles are burning up. The se here is reflexive and impersonal, emphasizing the soles burning as a result of intense dancing without specifying who's causing it. Dropping se would imply someone is actively burning the soles, making it sound literal and losing the metaphor. Next, we have me daña cuando la faldita esa me la modela, which means it hurts me when she works that little skirt. Me daña literally means it damages me, or it hurts me, like when something is so attractive, it almost hurts to look at. Notice faldita. This is falda, skirt, with the diminutive ita, making it little skirt in an affectionate way. Esa is modifying faldita. He's saying that little skirt. Me la modela. Literally, she models it for me. It's used here like she's showing it off for me, or she's really working that outfit. Next, we have Mami estás enferma pero tu show no lo cancela, which means, Mami, you're sick, but you won't call off your show. Notice tas. This is estás with the first syllable dropped. Cancela is cancelas with the S dropped. The whole phrase, tu show no lo cancela, means your show, you don't cancel it. Here, tu show, your show, refers to her performance, her energy, her whole presence. What she brings when she steps out and commands attention. Lo is a pronoun that stands in for tu show. So the sentence says the same thing twice. Once with the full noun, tu show, and again with the pronoun lo, to drive it home. This kind of repetition adds emphasis. Even if she's not feeling well, she won't cancel her performance. The show goes on. Nothing stops her. Next, we have te llaman a ti la reina del party, which means they call you the queen of the party. Notice a ti. This adds emphasis to te, like saying they call you specifically. Next, we have mucha sandunga tiene ese body, which means that body's got so much sway. Sandunga refers to having good rhythm, sway, or flow when dancing. Next, we have tírate un paso, no pare. Whoa, dale, dale. Which means bust a move, don't stop. Whoa, get it. Tírate un paso literally means throw yourself a step, or more colloquially, bust a move. He's encouraging her to show off her dance moves. No pare means don't stop, but it uses the third person singular conjugation. That's because this is being said in a general sense. Don't stop. And he's not necessarily talking to her in particular. Dale literally comes from dar, meaning to give. But here it's just encouragement like go for it or get it. The le here is pretty similar to the le in échale, like we discussed earlier. I wouldn't think too hard about what it's referring to. Next we have somos dos bandido entre la rumba y romance, which means we're two bandits caught between the party and romance. Notice bandido. This is bandidos with the S dropped. They're calling themselves outlaws in a playful, romantic way. Entre la rumba y romance, between the party and romance. So they're caught between partying and falling in love. Next we have y zúmbale DJ otra vez pa que dance, which means and spin it again DJ so she can dance. Zúmbale comes from zumbar, meaning to buzz, but in party slang it means hit it or drop the beat. He's just telling the DJ to get the music going. Otra vez is otra vez with the Z dropped. This means another time or more naturally, again. And pa que dance, that's para que, so that, plus the subjunctive dance, which comes from the verb danzar, to dance. The phrase para que triggers the subjunctive because it's used to express the purpose of the action. It can be helpful to think of it as referring to what someone wants to happen, not what is happening. Something uncertain or hypothetical rather than real. And that's exactly what the subjunctive is used for. things that are desired, possible, or not yet real. Next, we have come with a nice young lady, which is actually in English. In fact, the rest of the song isn't in Spanish. It's written in Jamaican patois, which is an English-based Creole with influences from a variety of languages. I'm not going to break down the Creole language, but I will quickly run through the translations so you can get the overall meaning. Next, we have intelligent, yes, she gentle and airi, which means intelligent, yes, she's gentle and cool. Next, everywhere me go, me never leave her at all, which means everywhere I go, I never leave her at all. Then, yes, Daddy Snow, me are the roam dance mana, which means, yes, Daddy Snow, I'm the roaming dance man. Next, roam between a dancin' in a nation, which roughly means roaming and dancing all over the nation. Next, we have you never know say, Daddy me snow me are the boom shakata, which roughly means, didn't you know, I'm Daddy Snow, the party rocker. Then, me never lay down flat in a one cardboard boxa, meaning, I'll never lay down flat in a cardboard box. Next, yes, a Daddy Yankee me a go reaching out the top, which means, yes, and Daddy Yankee's gonna reach the top. Then, ya no se Daddy me snow me I go blame, which means, you know they say, Daddy Snow is the one to blame. Finally, we have Detective Mana say, Daddy me snow me stop a girl down the lane A, which means, the detective says that I, Daddy Snow, stopped a girl down the lane. This line is pretty confusing in the context of the rest of the song, but it's actually a modified lyric from Snow's 1992 song, Informer, which is heavily sampled in Calma. And that's all for this one. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more Spanish song breakdowns. And don't forget to check us out online at buenospanish.com for more resources to help you learn Spanish. Bye!